It's Tuesday, January 10th, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski with the latest local news, including a Trumbull police commissioner resigning before an ethics hearing, an armed robbery in Norwalk, and much more. Frank Granito will have a look at the forecast and a Nutmeg Sports update, and Donna Lang will join us later on to take a look back on this day in history. But first, Norwalk police are looking for two men who robbed a gas station at gunpoint on Friday night. On January 6th at about 11:50 at night, two white males entered the Shore Haven Mobile and Dunkin' Donuts at 219 East Avenue. Both displayed and pointed what appeared to be semi-automatic pistols at employees and ordered them to the ground. Both then ran from the scene. Anyone with information is asked to call Norwalk Police at 203-854-3102. And Trumbull Police Commission Chairman Roger McGovern has resigned from the board just days before he was scheduled to go before the Ethics Commission. McGovern had been referred to the Trumbull Ethics Commission by his fellow police commission members due to his actions after a minor traffic accident in August. The commission had planned a public hearing on Saturday. McGovern submitted his resignation in a one-sentence letter dated January 1st, but received by First Selectman Tim Herbst yesterday morning. In the letter, McGovern wrote simply, "Please accept my retirement from the Board of Police Commission of the town of Trumbull, effective immediately." Herbst said he was glad the town would be able to move on. He said, in part, "I'm glad we can finally put this matter behind us and focus on the good work of the Trumbull Police Department." It remains unclear, though, according to the Trumbull Times, exactly what effect McGovern's resignation will have on the complaint against him. Though Saturday's hearing has been canceled, the commission rescheduled the topic for January 21st. Now, the Ethics Commission had unanimously decided back on December 14th that there was probable cause to believe that McGovern violated one or more standards of the Town Code of Ethics earlier this year when he allegedly impersonated a police officer and repeatedly harassed a Stop and Shop employee following a minor traffic incident. You can get more on that story at TrumbullTimes.com. And in other news, a drunk driver slammed into a state police cruiser Sunday in Willington. On January 8th, around 4 in the afternoon, troopers responded to a motor vehicle crash involving a state police cruiser on Route 32. That cruiser was struck by a Jaguar driven by 60-year-old Edward Lucas, who was going south on Route 32 when his car crossed the center line into oncoming traffic. Police said Lucas had a strong odor of alcohol on his breath while speaking with troopers and admitted that he had consumed alcohol in the hours leading up to that crash. He was arrested and charged with DUI, among other charges. And Milford police say a Taco Bell employee placed his cell phone video recorder in the women's restroom to record a coworker using the bathroom. Hearst, Connecticut media reports that 24-year-old Nathan Kogut of Darina Place was arrested at the Bridgeport Avenue restaurant late Monday night and charged with voyeurism and second-degree breach of peace. Police were called to the restaurant shortly before midnight on a complaint of possible voyeurism. Officer Joseph Dempsey said an investigation led to the arrest of Kogut, who admitted to placing his cell phone while it was recording in order to capture that female employee using the restroom. He's scheduled to appear in court on February 7th. And Darien police arrested a Stamford woman for driving under the influence and say she was arrested a few weeks earlier for possession of narcotics. 30-year-old Joanna Jack of Stamford was arrested for DUI on January 5th. An officer on patrol on the Post Road clocked Jack's vehicle traveling 55 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone at about 4:30 in the afternoon and observed the car weaving between the two eastbound lanes. When asked by police where she was going, Jack allegedly told police that she was going to Norwalk to get her hair fixed. According to police, Jack was slurring her speech heavily and her eyes were closing as she spoke. She also struggled to respond to officers' questions and repeatedly responded by manipulating her hair. Jack allegedly admitted later to taking several different types of prescription medication prior to driving, but denied using alcohol or other drugs. Police say while in the back of the squad car, she suffered a minor abrasion on her wrist while attempting to move her hands in the handcuffs. Officers were led to reapply and tighten those cuffs so that she could not slide her hand out of them. Jack had previously been arrested in Darien for possession of narcotics on December 26th and was transported to Stamford Hospital. Jack has also been involved in multiple incidents with police in Stamford. And after months of deliberation and opposition to the developer's plans, Shelton's Planning and Zoning Commission will finally decide to either deny, approve, or approve the zone change and plans to build the town center at Shelter Ridge application with suggested modifications tonight, Tuesday, January 10th. The opposition formed by residents called Save Our Shelton, or SOS, have announced they will be protesting before that formal meeting takes place in front of City Hall. Residents and community members have openly opposed the application to build one of the largest mixed-use developments in Fairfield County history. It would include a residential complex with 405 apartments, more than 500,000 square feet of retail space, and 20,000 square feet of medical offices. There's much more on that story at SheltonHerald.com. We're going to throw it over now to Frank Granito for a look at the forecast. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. Warmer out today with an expected high of 39 degrees. Mostly sunny for the first half of the day before some afternoon clouds make their way in. Breezy this evening as we could see a wintry precipitation mix in parts of Fairfield County tonight. On and off periods of rain overnight mixed with patches of fog as temperatures dip into the lower 30s heading into Wednesday morning. Mild conditions tomorrow with temperatures in the high 40s, possibly the low 50s. Intervals of sun and clouds during the day with wind gusts between 10 to 15 miles per hour and a low of 36 overnight with passing showers again and overcast skies before Thursday. Thursday will be a warm one with an expected high of 52 degrees, mostly cloudy and mild during the day, possibly a 13-mile-per-hour wind that works its way around the afternoon. Partly cloudy overnight with temperatures falling into the low 30s, and we can expect temperatures to start to dip down back into the 20s as we head towards the weekend. That's going to do it for this weather update. Let's go back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. We're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, Donald Eng will take a look back on this day in history. Frank has your Nutmeg Sports update and more local news coming up after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now during the Start Something New sales event, now through January 31st.
Hi folks, this is Dr. Jeffrey Hubscher from the Noah's Ark Animal Hospital in Danbury and the South Salem Animal Hospital. There's something new and important going on at our two hospitals and probably eventually everywhere. It's called Fear Free. That means making sure that our pets are no longer frightened or stressed at the vet. We are Fear Free certified, the only ones in the area. We have the softer, gentler, better approach. Come see us at Noah's Ark Animal Hospital in Danbury or South Salem Animal Hospital.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With two convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Are you ready for winter? Ski and Sport has everything you need to be fully outfitted for the season. A family-owned and operated business with over 40 years of experience, Ski and Sport's 3 convenient locations in Fairfield County offer top-quality, high-fashion ski and winter wear. In addition to clothing for men, women, and children, we also offer seasonal rentals for the entire family. Stop by our stores on 1 Ethan Allen Highway in Ridgefield, 877 Post Road East in Westport, and at 110 Main Street in New Canaan, or visit us at skiandsport.net.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We're back on this Tuesday edition of your coffee break on the HAN network. It's time to take a look back on this day in history with Donald Eng. Don.
Well, we have an anniversary of the birth of a dynasty, but first, though, another dynasty. We go back to 49 BCE. Julius Caesar crosses the Rubicon, signaling the beginning of the Roman Civil War, one of them anyway. The Rubicon is a shallow river south of Ravenna and marked the traditional border between Italy and the outer provinces. When Caesar crossed it at the head of an army, he made himself and his men outlaws. The term crossing the Rubicon remains an expression of passing a point of no return. 1776, Thomas Paine publishes the pamphlet Common Sense. The 48-page pamphlet lists in clear, persuasive language the moral and political reasons why the colonies ought to be independent from Great Britain. The pamphlet caused a sensation, going through 25 printings, nearly 500,000 copies in the first year. Proportional to the population of 2.5 million, Common Sense is by far the all-time bestseller in American publishing history. 1863, the Metropolitan Railway, the world's oldest underground railway, opens between Paddington Station and Farringdon Station in London, marking the beginning of the London Underground, which is actually not a political movement. I looked it up. Finally, now we go to 1982 for this. Was that an outstanding white suit or what? I think all NFL fans should wear a suit like that to every single game. That, of course, was Joe Montana under a rush from three Cowboys, lofting the ball over the head of everyone except 6'4" Dwight Clark, who made the fingertip catch in NFL history. It is called the catch, and it's generally considered the beginning of the 49er dynasty, which would include 5 Super Bowls in the next 12 years. That's your look back in history for today, January 10th, and I'm Donald Eng.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Well, back to local news. Orange police say 2 women employees of an adult novelty store were charged after they allegedly got into a fight at work recently. Police said that store manager 34-year-old Holly Saunders of New Haven was counseling 26-year-old Jacqueline Ferraro of Brantford about her work performance on December 28th when the dispute became physical. Other employees of VIP, which stands for Very Intimate Pleasures, at 170 Boston Post Road, intervened to break up the loud argument, but not before Saunders struck Ferraro in the head, according to Orange Police. Both women were taken into custody and charged with second-degree breach of peace. Saunders was also charged with third-degree assault. Let's throw it back over to Frank Granito now for a Nutmeg Sports Update. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And I'm sure as many others were, we were up late last night. Congratulations to the Clemson Tigers winning the College Football National Championship this year. Let's take a look inside the FCX, though. And in boys hockey yesterday, New Canaan blanked Trinity Catholic 8-0 behind junior Quinn McMahon's first career hat trick. Congrats to Quinn and the Rams. Fairfield Co-op stayed hot with a 5-2 win over the Milford Co-op. West Hill Stanford suffered a tough loss 8-7 yesterday against Guilford. And a shout out to the Norwalk McMahon puck squad, who scored in the final 13 seconds to tie the game, force overtime, where they would stay at a 2-2 draw between the Trumbull Eagles. So big play there for Norwalk McMahon. In boys basketball yesterday, Central lost 68-61 against Kennedy. The Hilltoppers are still in search of that all-elusive first victory this year. Don't forget, we've got boys hoops coming up later on tonight. Ridgefield and Danbury rivalry night here on the HAN network. Both teams come in 5-2, 3-1 in conference play. Should be a great one. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. Kevin Coleman and I will be live at 6:50 with pregame coverage for you. And of course, we've got Nutmeg Sports at 2 o'clock. We'll have highlights of all the games from yesterday and a full preview of tonight's game. That's going to do it for this Nutmeg Sports Update. Let's go back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. Well, back to local news. Darien police are investigating the theft of more than 40 bottles of high-end salon shampoo from CVS on December 27th. An employee at the store contacted police at 2:30 in the afternoon that day as the suspect exited the store. Surveillance footage showed a black man of average height enter with a brown duffel bag and head toward the aisle where the goods were stolen. An employee was able to record the suspect's license plate as they left the scene, and the vehicle was identified as a Kia Soul. Now, a similar theft was reported at that CVS on December 20th, in which a man and woman stole over $1,000 of Aveda hair care products. Police do not know if the two incidents are related, but there were additional reports of thefts at CVS stores in nearby towns on that same day. And would closing a Ridgefield elementary school save taxpayers $1 million? Well, according to the Ridgefield Press, not even close. That was the message delivered to the Ridgefield Board of Education Monday night following a presentation from consultants Malone and McBroom that reviewed school closing and redistricting scenarios. Superintendent Karen Baldwin estimated that the personnel savings from closing Scotland Elementary School, the school that consultants have selected based on a set of criteria, would result in less than $200,000 in savings. Board members wondered if the risk associated with moving 30% of elementary school students was worth it compared to the possible savings. 2 members said they were against closing an elementary school and reconfiguring the district to 5 kindergarten through 4th grade elementary schools and 2 5th through 8th grade middle schools. Both opposing members cited the emotional toll such a move could create on children, as well as a lack of potential savings. But there's more on that story at theridgefieldpress.com. We're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, we're going to recap some of the top headlines we're following today after this.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign up now for InSports fall and winter lacrosse clinics and leagues. With programs ranging from first grade all the way through high school, there's something for every lacrosse player at all levels. Programs include college coaches clinics, youth box winter leagues, high school winter leagues, and 7-on-7 tournaments. For more information and pricing, visit us at insportcenters.com. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, this is Leo Carl from Carl Chevrolet in New Canaan, and you've heard me talk about the Chevy Volt for years. The new model gets 53 miles on EV charge daily, plus 420-mile full range. But don't take my word for it. You need to come in and test drive the Volt yourself. Visit us at 261 Elm Street in New Canaan or online at carldirect.com.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune into Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
Hi, I'm Denise Figuergoli, host of The Drive, here every Tuesday on the HAN network. It's about how you fuel your mind, your body, your spirit that creates the life you live, with people, places, ideas, and organizations that move us forward mindfully and consciously. Tune into The Drive here on the HAN network, Tuesdays at 12:30.
What's happening up in Hartford and what's trending in the Nutmeg State?
Join Kate Czaplinski
And Josh Fisher
on CT Pulse live Wednesdays at 12:30 to find out.
We talk to the leaders and newsmakers while breaking down the stories you should be paying attention to each week.
With the help of HAN's editorial cartoonist Doug Smith, we take a humorous look at the news of the week. We talk about everything you were told you should avoid bringing up in polite company.
CT Pulse, Wednesdays at 12:30 on the HAN network.
When it comes to local entertainment, we've got it all.
From movies, local artists, etiquette, and more.
Watch HAN Arts and Leisure with me, Steve Coulter, and our Arts and Leisure editor, Sally Sanders, Mondays at 12:30, right here on the HAN network.
We're back on this Tuesday edition of Your Coffee Break on the HAN network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, recapping some of the top stories we're following today, including that Norwalk police are looking for 2 men who robbed a gas station at gunpoint on Friday night. On January 6th at 11:50, 2 white males entered the Shore Haven Mobile and Dunkin' Donuts at 219 East Avenue. Both displayed and pointed what appeared to be semi-automatic pistols at employees and ordered them to the ground before robbing the store. Both then ran from the scene. And anyone with information is asked to call Norwalk Police at 203-854-3102. In other news, Trumbull Police Commission Chairman Roger McGovern has resigned from the board just days before he was scheduled to go before the Ethics Commission. McGovern had been referred to the Ethics Commission by his fellow Police Commission members due to his actions after a minor traffic accident in August. The commission had planned a public hearing for this Saturday. McGovern submitted his resignation in a one-sentence letter dated January 1st, but received by First Selectman Tim Herbst yesterday morning. In that letter, McGovern wrote simply, "Please accept my retirement from the Board of Police Commission of the town of Trumbull, effective immediately." Herbst said he was glad the town would be able to move on, saying in part, "We can finally put this matter behind us and focus on the good work of the Trumbull Police Department." However, the Trumbull Times reports it remains unclear exactly what effect McGovern's resignation will have on the complaint against him. Though Saturday's hearing has been canceled, the commission rescheduled the topic to January 21st. The Ethics Commission had unanimously decided back on December 14th that there was probable cause to believe that McGovern violated some of the town's standards of the Code of Ethics earlier this year when he allegedly impersonated a police officer and repeatedly harassed a Stop and Shop employee following a minor traffic incident. And in other news, a drunk driver slammed into a state police cruiser on Sunday in Willington. On January 8th, around 4 in the afternoon, troopers responded to a motor vehicle crash involving a state police cruiser on Route 32. That cruiser had been struck by a Jaguar driven by 60-year-old Edward Lucas going south on Route 32 when it crossed the center line into oncoming traffic. Police say Lucas had a strong odor of alcohol on his breath while speaking with troopers and admitted that he had consumed alcohol in the hours leading up to that crash. He was arrested and charged with DUI, among other charges. And Darien police arrested a Stamford woman for driving under the influence and say she was arrested a few weeks earlier for possession of narcotics. 30-year-old Joanna Jack of Stamford was charged with DUI on January 5th. An officer on patrol on the post road clocked her vehicle traveling 55 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone at about 4:30 that afternoon, and then observed the car weaving between the two eastbound lanes. When asked by police where she was going, Jack allegedly told the police she was going to Norwalk to get her hair fixed. According to police, Jack was slurring her speech heavily and her eyes were closing as she spoke. She allegedly struggled to respond to officers' questions and repeatedly responded by manipulating her hair. Jack allegedly admitted to taking several different types of prescription medication prior to driving, though she denied drinking any alcohol. Jack had previously been arrested in Darien for possession of narcotics back on December 26th and was transported to Stamford Hospital. Police say she's also involved in multiple incidents with police in Stamford as well. And after months of deliberation and opposition to the developer's plans, Shelton's Planning and Zoning Commission will finally decide to either deny or approve a zone change in plans to build the town center at Shelter Ridge application with suggested modifications tonight, Tuesday, January 10th. The opposition formed by residents called Save Our Shelton, or SOS, have announced they will be protesting before that formal meeting takes place in front of City Hall. Residents and community members have openly opposed the application to build one of the largest mixed-use developments in Fairfield County history. It would include a residential complex with 405 apartments, more than 500,000 square feet of retail space, and 20,000 square feet of medical offices. But you can get more on that story at sheltonherald.com. We're going to throw it over to Frank Granito now for one final look at the forecast. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. Again, warmer than what we've seen the past couple of days now. Temperatures up in the high 30s. Mostly sunny early on today, but we will see some cloud cover move in this afternoon. Breezy this evening, and we could see a wintry precipitation mix through parts of Fairfield County. Overnight, we'll have on and off periods of rains along with overcast skies. Patches of fog early in the morning, but those should clear out by Wednesday at dawn. Mild conditions tomorrow, temperatures in the high 40s, possibly the low 50s. Intervals of sun and clouds during the day with gusts of wind above 10 miles per hour. A low of 36 overnight with passing showers again. And on Thursday, we can expect a warm one. Temperatures at a high of 52 degrees. Mostly cloudy and mild during the day. Partly cloudy overnight, and temperatures will fall back down into the low 30s as we get set for a cold weekend around Fairfield County. Kate, one more thing. We want to offer a congratulations to Trumbull quarterback Colton Nicholas, who will be playing for Team USA in the International Bowl in Dallas. That is next Monday on 1/16. Congrats, Colt, and good luck to you. We'll have more on that story on Nutmeg Sports, Kate.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, Frank. We're going to wrap things up here on your coffee break. Coming up at 12:30, The Drive with Denise. 2 o'clock, Nutmeg Sports and basketball.
7 o'clock tonight,
7 o'clock.
Ridgefield and Danbury.
All right, awesome. All right, and we'll see you for your coffee break tomorrow at 11.